Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our 11th annual Movers and Shakers Pinnacle Award Luncheon. I'm Bernie Presenica, President and General Manager of 6ABC and President of the Philly Ad Club Board of Governors. Thank you. It says applause here. I didn't realize I had to get that myself. We have a great program with some really fantastic honorees, so we're going to get right to it. I know a lot of you are going to be active in social media out there. I can just see it right now. James Arano won. He's pulling out his phone. So take some silly pictures of the people around you and use the hashtag Philly Ad Club, hashtag Philly Ad Club, and we'll get to making some sort of social impact today. So post away. A few words about the Philly Ad Club. We are the largest AAF-affiliated ad club in the country, something to really be proud of. We have over 2,500 members, representing more than 200 corporate entities. Last year, our economic study reported that our local communications industry accounted for over 25,000 jobs in over 2,200 firms, with a regional output of over $13.5 billion. It's a lot of dough. Our programs geared to young professionals, teens, mentoring, and students are among the best in the country. So thank all of you for the role you play in the ad club, and if you don't play much of a role, I'd urge you to try to get involved. And one way to get involved today is to buy a raffle ticket. There are some folks running around today selling raffle tickets. The proceeds from the raffle tickets go to scholarships for the ad club. I know that you are all aware that we fund scholarships every year, so we need some cash to do that. So may I ask that you pony up a couple of bucks today and help send a couple of kids who want to be in this business, I don't know why, but want to be in this business, to college. So today we honor several of Philadelphia's best of the best as outstanding achievers in our Philadelphia communications industry. The Movers and Shakers Award is given to those who, through their personal efforts and leadership, have had a very significant, positive, memorable, and profound impact on our professional community. Over the past 5 years, over the past years, 5 wasn't even in there, I just threw that in. This luncheon has become an important time to pay tribute to these outstanding contributors. And I'm pleased to present these beautiful Waterford crystal bowls to everyone who is an honoree today. If you take a look at the tent card in the middle of your table, you will see the names of past honorees. And we want to welcome any of the past honorees who are here today. I saw Jim Gallagher, Paul Muller. I'm sure that there's Mary Meter. There's a bunch here, and you shouldn't start naming people unless you can name them all, so forgive me. Bernie Brownstein. It's a family thing. So anyway, there's some really heavy-duty folks on that card. As is the ad club's usual approach, before we get into the program, we're going to do some commercial messages. I'm going to thank our sponsors. We are grateful to our 2018 annual ad club sponsors because their contributions to the club help us have events like this and many other meaningful events. So first off, our title sponsor for the 8th year in a row. We really owe them some appreciation. Proud to serve the Philadelphia region along with their, this is PHL 17, I should say, along with their classic sitcom station Antenna TV, classic movie channel This TV, and Weather.com. Accepting the recognition award for PHL is none other than Vince Giannini, Senior Vice President, General Manager of PHL. Speed it up, Vince.
Hey, it was at the back of the room, Brad.
I know. Why are you in the back of the room?
I don't know. Thank you, Bernie. It is great to be up here again. You know, I think it's fitting that today, the day of the NFL draft is this evening, and tonight we have 5 first-rounders ready to go. So congratulations to our 5 honorees that are going to get the Pinnacle Award today. And of course, we've got 2 future first-rounders that are coming in and getting the up-and-comer awards, which are, you know, it's a great thing that they added into this luncheon a few years ago. So really, I just wanted to come up here and say thank you on behalf of PHL 17. We are very proud to be affiliated with this organization. We think it does great work. Bernie mentioned the scholarships. Please, if they come around to your tables, buy some tickets. Those scholarships mean a lot, and they really do help some kids in this industry. And this group has done a lot to reach out to teens, to let them know about the communications field, to let people know there are things you can do, stay in the Philadelphia region, and work and make this a better place. So again, thank all of you. Congratulations to our winners, our first rounder. John, I think that makes you Saquon Barkley, buddy, by the way. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Vincent. On to our corporate sponsors. For their third year is Aloysius, Butler, and Clark, a full-service agency that uses creative intelligence to connect research, creative, and technology to move people. And accepting for them is Steve Marino, who is Chief Creative Officer. Oops, that does not look like Steve Marino to me.
No, I am not Steve Marino. I am Joanna Ford, Director of PR and Social Media for Aloysius, Butler, and Clark. We are absolutely...
No one told me.
No, it's okay. It was last minute. We are absolutely thrilled to be a sponsor. We appreciate everything that the Ad Club does. I congratulate all of the honorees, especially our Liz. We're so proud of you. We're so excited to celebrate with you today, this lunch and beyond. And I just want to say there's just an incredible energy in the city. Being a sports fan right now helps, so go Sixers, and congratulations to everybody.
That's great. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get there. Henceforth, if I give the wrong name, just accept that and just move on. Alan, wherever you are. For the first year as a sponsor is the Brownstein Group. This is fitting. We have the Brownstein folks here, and of course, we're honoring Marc today. The Brownstein Group, as we all know, is the longest-running independent marketing communications agency in Philadelphia, and accepting for them is Aaron Alsman, Managing Director.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. So we certainly appreciate a little bit of recognition this morning. We took on a corporate sponsorship this year because as an agency, we underwent a rebranding for ourselves. And we're really owning that position as the longest running independent advertising and PR agency in this region. We truly believe, and there's already been some sports references here, that it's the guts, attitude, and drive that defines us as Philadelphians. And that means something to our clients, and it impacts the work that we do every day. So we're here obviously to advocate on behalf of our company a little bit, but we're here to advocate on behalf of you who contribute to that creative economy in a lot of ways every day. So I would want to take a quick minute to congratulate my boss, Marc Brownstein. He has been a mover and shaker for far longer than we think of today, so that's something that we're now formally naming him. But I'd like to tell you, Marc, that we're not going to be treating you any differently back at the office. But congratulations, you're certainly in terrific company alongside Bernie and your fellow honorees here today. Thank you.
There you go. Thanks, Aaron. Also for their first year is Outfront Media, focusing on bringing the best in class of outdoor advertising. And accepting for them is Barbara Bridge, I think. Yes. And by the way, Barbara is the Director of Real Estate and Government. And I can keep going, Barbara, if you, right over there.
Good afternoon. I'm actually pinch hitting for Brad Falk, who couldn't be here today, unfortunately. But he did want to send his congratulations on behalf of Outfront, who operates in Philadelphia and the entire state of Pennsylvania and half of New Jersey for digital and static outdoor advertising. And also we'd like to thank and say congratulations to all the honorees, but we would like to thank the Ad Club for pushing this city into the national spotlight for all of their abilities to do that every year. So thank you very much.
By the way, if you haven't begun to eat your salad, you certainly are welcome to do that. You don't have to wait. So we're going to keep gabbing on and on. Next, we'd like to honor and recognize for the 4th year Aloysius Digital, who previously was called MaxPoint. Accepting for them is Ilana Gilman, Senior Account Executive.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here alongside Megan Inman, and we'd like to just say we're extremely proud to be a sponsor of the Philly Ad Club. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces out there, and we'd like to just congratulate all of the honorees today. Please feel free to stop by our table to pick up some goodies, including a fun selfie light to take some fun photos with today's honorees. Thank you so much, and enjoy the event.
Thanks. May I give it out? Next is Lamar Advertising, a 5th-year sponsor for us, and accepting for them is Dave Peacock, and Dave is Vice President and General Manager. Ellen, I think we need to move the sponsors up.
Hi, everyone. We're proud to be part of the Philly Ad Club for the 5th year in a row. And on behalf of Lamar Advertising, we'd like to congratulate all the honorees and once again reiterate how proud we are to be part of such a great group. Go Sixers. Thanks, everyone.
Excellent. For the 2nd year is Philadelphia Media Network with the Inquirer, Daily News, Philly.com, and accepting for them is Matt Broad, and Matt is Director of Marketing Solutions and Business Development.
Hi, everybody. My name is Matt. I'm the marketing director for the Philadelphia Inquirer, Daily News, and Philly.com. We're excited to be here today and also to be a sponsor this year, as we have been last year and many years before that. And so I just want to thank the Ad Club for including us, especially acknowledge all the winners today and past winners that we have with us. And in additionally, just wanted to say thank you to any advertisers and all of you who read us on a regular basis. Thank you for your support. We look to continue that in the future. And for those of us that are missing the Phillies game today, just want to let you know we definitely have the coverage on Philly.com later today, so we can all catch up when we get back to the office. So thank you again.
There you go. Thanks. Radio 1, represented here by WRNB 100.3, is a sponsor of ours for the 2nd year, and accepting for them is Eric Lynch. Eric is sales manager there.
Thank you so much. We'd like to congratulate all the honorees today, and as WRNB, Radio 1, here in Philadelphia, we also like to thank you guys, and also we welcome the Quincy Harris Morning Show, who's now on the Morning Show on WRNB, so we're excited about that. And like all of you, we help the consumers as they're on their consumer journey, get our clients in front of those consumers, and try to get the highest return on the investment for our clients. Again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
New to our lineup of sponsors this year is Calcium Brand Nourishment. Seriously. And accepting for them is Anna Heliniak, and Anna is an account supervisor there. Calcium Brand Nourishment. And you don't look like Anna either. Excellent. You've changed, Anna.
I have.
How are you?
Good. Hi, Anna is bashful, but she's back there. I'm Don Filer. I'm a partner at Calcium, and we just want to say we're a relative newcomer to the Philly ad scene. We're very proud to be able to sponsor this event, and we're excited to be part of this community. Tip of the hat to all the honorees today, and thank you.
Thank you. Excellent. All right, we're getting to the end here, but the sponsors are important, as we all know, since we're in that business. And last, but certainly not least, is a dedicated sponsor for the past 7 years, the Creative Group. And accepting for them is Sydney Goldstein, Account Manager. And I'm really hoping it's Sydney.
Just wanted to say a quick, thank you for having us. We are really happy to be a sponsor and a partner of, the Philly Ad Club and everyone in this room. Major shout out to all of the winners, past and present. Really happy to be here, and everyone have a good day.
Excellent. Sydney? All right, once again, thanks to all of the sponsors, and I know that we all appreciate what they do. We have many great events, and it wouldn't happen without them. Okay, so next, I have the pleasure of presenting 2 recognition awards to the next generation of leaders in our industry. A few years ago, the young professionals within the Philly Ad Club started an organization called Philly Ad Club 2.0, comprised of advertising and communications professionals in their early to mid-careers. And today, we are privileged to recognize 2 of them selected by their peers for their exceptional performances as future leaders. May I invite Elizabeth Horvath to the stage. Elizabeth? So while Liz is walking up here, let me tell you a little bit about her. Liz is a marketing and inbound manager at Aloysius, Butler, and Clark, a full-service marketing communications agency with offices in Wilmington, Philadelphia, and Bloomsburg. Her day-to-day responsibilities include the strategic and operational management of the agency's marketing initiatives, including sponsorships, award submissions, and trade show logistics. She also acts as the agency's brand manager and functions as a member of the new business team. Liz, you need a raise. You do a lot of stuff. Outside of the office, Liz serves on the Philly Ad Club 2.0 leadership team and the Philly Ad Club Students Committee, where she plans, promotes, and executes networking and philanthropy events for young marketing and communications professionals. Liz is busy. Liz is a graduate of St. Joseph's University, go Hawks, where she obtained, you should be going like this, Liz, where she obtained a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a concentration in marketing. We're really proud of Liz, and we're excited to honor you today.
Thank you. Oh, lots of phones out. Good afternoon. I wanted to start by thanking the Philly Ad Club for hosting this spectacular event and providing a platform to young professionals like myself to network and grow within the marketing and communications industry. I'm honored to be recognized by my peers alongside my friend and fellow 2.0 member, Jen Lassen. I was introduced to the Philly Ad Club when I joined Aloysius, Butler, and Clark as their marketing manager. I especially want to thank my manager, Paul Pomeroy, who encouraged me to get involved with the 2.0 leadership team and the Students Committee. Highlights of my 2.0 experience include the planning of networking events, which foster professional growth, and philanthropy initiatives, which positively impact our community. My work with the Students Committee is especially rewarding as we prepare college students for the transition into the workforce. My experiences with the Philly Ad Club can be summarized by the adage, whatever makes you uncomfortable is your biggest opportunity for growth. I've discovered in my professional and personal life that whenever I've stepped outside of my comfort zone and taken on new challenges, I've reaped the biggest rewards. Philly Ad Club has provided me invaluable opportunities to grow as a marketer and become comfortable with the discomfort, like standing up here in front of all of you. Thank you.
That's right. Congratulations, Liz. That's terrific. Our next honoree, I know pretty well because she works at 6ABC, and I'm excited to tell you about her. Jen Lassen is marketing supervisor at 6ABC and a colleague of mine, as I've said. She has a passion for writing and storytelling, a knack for creativity, and a love for language and communicating. Through producing cutting-edge content, Demonstrating strong leadership and employing smart communications tactics, Jen helps businesses and organizations succeed through creative messaging and custom 6ABC, I'll say that again, custom 6ABC marketing campaigns. A former 6ABC intern for 2 summers, Jen, so we didn't pay her for a while, and Jen graduated from Bucknell University in 2015 and started at 6ABC as a marketing coordinator and actually a station tour operator, right? Tour guide. She was then promoted to marketing supervisor in 16. In addition to leading the Ad Club 2.0 committee, Jen volunteers for Project Home and the American Cancer Society. In her free time, Jen enjoys relaxing with her family and friends. Her parents are with her today, exploring Philadelphia, staying active, reading, listening, and just doing a lot of great things for 6ABC. Jen, I'm really excited to bring you up here, so I present to you Jen Lassen.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all. I'm honored to receive this award today, and first want to offer my sincere thanks to the Philly Ad Club for this recognition. Receiving this award has certainly made me reflect on these first few years of my career and the many years that lie ahead of me. When thinking about what I would say today, 3 key thoughts came to my mind as the main factors that have played a role in my success: passion, perseverance, and people. First and foremost, passion is what drives me day after day. It's what gets me out of bed each morning and what helps me rest at night, knowing that in some way, I help to make a difference today. I am passionate about helping people. Isn't that what our industry is about, after all? Helping people succeed, businesses succeed, and our own companies succeed. And my friends always ask me why I continue to keep myself busy beyond the 9 to 5 with volunteering. Jen, just live a little. You have your whole life to give back. Well, I tell them, I don't volunteer my time because it looks good or for any other reason. Simply put, I volunteer because it fuels my passion to help people and brings added meaning and enrichment to my life. I also recognize that I wouldn't be standing here today without perseverance. Hard work does pay off, and I am grateful to work for a company that I've long been passionate about, as you just heard. Ultimately, my perseverance helped me gain an opportunity to work for our incredible station. I realize that success isn't given, it's earned, and that sincere effort is recognized and rewarded. And finally, I wouldn't be standing on the stage being honored by my superiors, colleagues, friends, and family without people investing their time, care, and love in me. A wise woman once told me, you don't simply arrive. You have to learn, make mistakes, and be guided to become the person you're meant to be. At age 25, I can confidently say I made plenty of mistakes, right? And I'm still learning and growing. But I can also say that I recognize and am grateful for the people who took a chance on me, are teaching me to become more confident and more self-aware, are helping me grow not only as a young professional, but as a strong young woman, and are helping me strive towards an even better version of me beyond the person I could have ever imagined I would become. I want to close by thanking my managers and role models, Paula McDermott, D.A. Gleason, Bernie Presenica, James Arano, Dirk Oley, Tim Genatino, and Jen Bullock for all that you do for me and for helping me grow. And to my parents, you two are my rocks and have given me everything I could have ever wanted to grow and succeed. I love you both. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Good job by both of you guys. And clearly our future is in good hands with these young folks and all of the young people we have in the room. All right, so we're going to take a few minutes to have lunch, and then we'll come back and we'll start with the big honorees. So start eating. All right, folks, we're going to launch into the second half of our program. You can continue to munch away, but try to do it quietly. Nah, whatever. All right, so it's time to recognize, it's time for the big honorees. And as I said before, if you look at the card that is in the middle of your table, you'll see that this Movers and Shakers Pinnacle Award has been given to really the top of folks in our industry. And today, as I mentioned before, we were really honored to have this group here. So as in the past, our honorees for 2018 were selected by the Philly Ad Club Board of Governors and its Supervisory Board. That in total is made up of 84 of our local industry executives. This year's honorees were selected based on their reputations as major contributors with specific criteria that includes dedication to the communications industry, achievements that resulted in creating a better business environment, and a career that exemplifies the proper role for future generations. John, I don't know how you got in there, but... So our first mover and shaker is Marc Brownstein. Marc is president. And by the way, I imagine this is unique because your father, Bernie Brownstein, has also been honored as a mover and shaker. And I don't know, Alan Tempest, if we ever have had a father and son or a mother and daughter. Can you check the archives, Alan, while you're over there? That should take a few minutes. So Marc is president and chief executive officer of the Brownstein Group. And let me tell you a little bit about Marc. Marc has had a love affair with advertising since his first client meeting at the age of 3, when he was actually hanging out with his father, Bernie, I'm sure at a client meeting. But it was the beginning of something really quite great. After graduating from his beloved Penn State, he spent 8 years as a copywriter in New York City, mostly with Ogilvy and Mather, creating award-winning work for AT&T, American Express, Hershey Foods, Time Warner, and Campbell Soup, just a few little companies. Marc returned to Philadelphia to join Brownstein Group as executive creative director. A few years later, he became president and CEO, and he grew the family business into a modern, omni-channel, brand-centric shop that prides itself on early innovation, distinctive content, and award-winning company culture. Under his leadership, the agency has grown fourfold in size, adding many blue-chip clients to its roster, including IKEA, Comcast, Lincoln Financial, DuPont, Saint-Gobain, Lockheed Martin, AmeriGas, eBay, Western Union, United Healthcare, Wawa, just to name a few. Outside of the agency, Marc is very, very busy. He serves as a special communication advisor to Penn State. He is also an active member of the board of directors of Brockman's, a UK-based spirits company. That must be a good deal. The Young Presidents Organization, Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation, the Seitz Institute for Corporate Social Responsibility, Greater Philadelphia Chamber of Commerce, Philly Ad Club Super Board, and something that's near and dear to my heart, the Castleman Disease Collaborative Network. Marc chairs the Arts and Business Council of Philadelphia, Mural Arts Programs Marketing Committee, and Penn State University's College of Communications Board of Advisor. I don't know where you find the time. Marc speaks regularly before industry and professional groups, and he is a blogger for The Drum and Ad Age, leading global voices of our industry. Ladies and gentlemen, we're really proud to honor Marc Brownstein.
Wow, it's not often in your life you get a standing ovation. It's also not often in your life you get your picture on a billboard. I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it, so that's pretty cool. So thank you all for being here. It's a great time to be in Philadelphia, isn't it? You know, there was a time back in the 1980s that the east side of Broad Street, right across the street from here, was pretty dangerous. Some of you in this room might remember that time in Philadelphia. After the sun went down We all had to be movers and shakers if we wanted to keep our wallets. But now we're a city of champions. We used to claim small victories like being the birthplace of democracy. But now we got the Eagles, and we got Villanova, and all our sports teams are thriving. So Philadelphia can finally, right? Philadelphia can finally be known for something important. This is an important time, and all signs are finally pointing in the right direction, especially for young people going into PR and advertising. Philadelphia agencies have historically been in the shadows of New York City shops. But now, with business moving at hyperspeed and clients insisting on agencies that stay ahead of them, mid-sized shops are suddenly ideally suited for where the client agency world is going. Smart, agile, able to think and pivot. It's time for us to start owning what it means to be from Philly, not just from an underdog status or cliche things like Rocky or cheesesteaks or other labels that people put on us. Yeah, we're tough. Yeah, we're gritty. But we've also evolved. And it's from that diversity that we formed a community. And it's in that community that we've built loyalty. We just have to be strong enough to believe in ourselves, to believe what's happening right now isn't just a moment. We deserve this success. No one gave it to us. Philadelphia has earned it. And this momentum, don't let others dictate what we do with it. Don't let people or companies come in and pat us on the back and say, we'll take it from here, kid. Look at Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff. Legends. I'm honored to even be in the same room as these guys. Talk about an example of how creativity and passion can build new things and how you can capitalize when you know you have something truly special. You've got to be stubborn enough not to compromise and flexible enough to evolve. That's what it takes to build a legacy. Ray and John, these guys know something about that. Look at the way media has changed since they started MayoSeitz back in 1997. So I'll tell you what, these guys got guts. But they were determined and they stayed tuned into the market and they got out ahead of trends. And here they are today, still thriving. Another example of that, my father, Bernie Brownstein, former, as you heard, former Mover and Shaker Award winner back in 2012. I want to thank and acknowledge Bernie for the work he began back in 1964 when he opened Brownstein Group. He set a high standard for his vision of what our agency and our city could be. And he trusted that there would be those who followed close behind that would carry the ball forward. Right. I had to say that or I'm punished, right? This city needs blockers, those out in front, head down, pushing, clawing for that extra yard. People like Alan Tempest and Charlie Volpe at Philly Ad Club and all the hard work and dedication of their staff and board. We're lucky to have them, and they do a lot to attract, nurture, and retain the talent coming into our city, and we should all support and engage with Philly Ad Club even more. It's a great time to be in Philadelphia, and I'm so proud of my agency and our team. Some of the most creative women and men I've had the pleasure to work with, some of whom are here today. Thank you, guys. They've had their pick of agencies and their pick of cities on both coasts. They chose Brownstein Group and they chose Philadelphia. Because they know we're in the midst of something big right now. We're shaking off the dust of disappointment in this town, of that time when we were satisfied if people just spoke about us or noticed us. We're not next. We're right now. This whole town is moving and shaking because we're breaking out and we're looking to the future. As the saying goes, history will be kind to me, for I intend to write it. Thank you so much for this award, to my family and all of you for being here today, and for being a part of the future of advertising and public relations in Philadelphia.
Well done. Let me give you this big ball. Thanks. How about that, huh? Uplifting message. Thank you, Marc. All right, so our next honorees, frankly, take my breath away. I'm living in the past on a music thing, so I'm always listening to oldies. And Gamble and Huff, man, you can't do any better than that. So let me tell you about these two. They are simply amazing. Under Gamble Records and later Philadelphia International Records, this iconic American songwriting and record producing duo have written over 3,000 songs that led to 15 gold singles and 22 gold albums. Among their early songs were such classics as Love Train and Backstabber. Paul, you got that right? Expressway to Your Heart, and so many others. In 1974 and 1989, they received Grammy Awards for writing Me and Mrs. Jones and If You Don't Know Me By Now. I won't sing. They have written and produced songs for just about every popular artist during the late 60s and into the early 70s, like Patti LaBelle, Elton John, Marvin Gaye, Lou Rawls, The Temptations, the Jackson 5, Teddy Pendergrass, the Delphonics, Jones Girls, Dionne Warwick, and it goes on and on. Gamble and Huff's Philadelphia soul sound evolved from these simpler arrangements of the late 60s into a style featuring lush strings, thumping bass lines, and sliding hi-hat rhythms. Alan, you're a heck of a writer. That soon became the distinguishing characteristics of a new style of music called disco. By 1975, the Philadelphia International and the Philadelphia soul genre that they helped define had largely eclipsed Motown in popularity. And Gamble and Huff were the premier producers of that music. Gamble and Huff writing duo has received every major musical award in the US and frankly, around the world. They've been inducted to the National Academy of Songwriters Hall of Fame, the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the Dance Music Hall of Fame. Is there anything left, fellas? There is, the Movers and Shakers Pinnacle Award, clearly. The Gamble and Huff genius lies in the fact that their catalog has secured 80 number one hits, 200 plus top 100 hits, 175 gold platinum albums, number one rhythm and blues publisher worldwide, number 8 pop publisher worldwide, and one of Gamble and Huff's records is played every 13 minutes worldwide. Absorb that for just a second. In addition to their amazing musical career, these guys have been committed to our community. Mr. Gamble has founded or helped to build numerous organizations that have the purpose of helping African American and other underserved communities. One of these organizations, Universal Companies, is one of the largest African American developers of real estate in Philadelphia. Universal has improved the quality of life for thousands of children and families residing in historically disenfranchised communities. To date, Universal has been the conduit for more than $1.5 billion of real estate development and investment, and educates more than 4,500 students in 10 schools. These two deserve this honor and much more. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Gamble, Leon Huff.
Gamble always want me to go first. Okay, Gamble. Good afternoon, everyone. And we write all that music, Gamble? God. Gamble called me up and said, "Man, did we write that?" I said, "Yeah, we wrote that one too, Gamble." That's what we wrote too. Well, anyway, I'm happy to be here to receive this award. Philly awards are always special. And music always been my life. I started playing piano when I was 5 years old. I was blessed with the talents of playing a piano and played on a lot of records. But my skills really didn't develop till I met Gamble. When we start writing. First time me and Gamble sat down and write songs, we wrote 7 songs. First time. So all that spontaneity just kept growing and growing and growing. And Gamble, did we write all that music, man? God. So, but the hours, we worked hard, and we always thought about the best quality in our work. And thank you for the award.
Well, that's my partner, Leon Huff. And Huff and I, we've been working together for about 52 years. And we met right down here on Broad Street. It was called the Schubert Building at that time. It's called the Miriam Theater now. And we met in an elevator. And there wasn't too many African Americans in this building, so when I saw him, I said, "What are you doing in here?" So Huff said, he said, "Well, I write songs." I said, "So do I." And we decided to get together that Saturday over his house because he had a piano. And boy, that was a wonderful day. Because it made it, writing songs, so much easier because it was a blessing when I met Leon Huff. Because it's one thing to have a song, because everybody's got a song in their heart somewhere. Even people in here got a song somewhere. But to be able to get that song out and get other people to sing it like Teddy Pendergrass, like Lou Rawls, and the wonderful artists that we had to work with. It wasn't just Gamble and Huff. It was so many of us. It made a way out of no way for guys like Gamble and Huff that we were able to make it because it was not easy for us to make it. All the doors were locked to us. But we were persistent. We drove people crazy. Listen, here comes Gamble and Huff again. But once you can crack that I guess I would call it an egg, and you get that first big hit, like Expressway to Your Heart. Anybody ever heard that song? Come on. I was just wondering who I was talking to. And Cowboys to Girls. Did you hear that one too? Okay. Well, all of that leads up to a couple things. And I think the most important thing that I've learned over these years is that why me? Why Huff? Out of all the people that we know and work with, why did Gamble and Huff stick together, number one, all of these many years? And how did we write all of those songs? Because we wrote songs that talked about people and their lives and about peace and brotherhood and how we saw the world. And the songs that we wrote, these songs all over the world. People all over the world? See that? You know that song. That's good, see? And then with Soul Train, we wrote the Soul Train theme. And so Gamble and Huff is more than just two songwriters because we look at our community and we look at America and the state that our community is in and the state that Philadelphia is in. I mean, just look at the Starbucks situation not long ago. That's bad news. We don't need that in Philadelphia. And I look at Philadelphia and I say, well, what can we do as a city? We have to be the example. This city here forged a revolution. It changed the whole world because of democracy. So now it's time for the people. Where's all the good people at? The good people, the people that want peace, the people that want brotherhood, where are they at? Stand up and be accounted for. I see you back there. They stood up too. See, I like that. Now, I'm only going to take 2 more seconds. If you want to do something, let's start to love one another. Let's not let this madness that happened in this country, because this country is a great country. And the African American people, and we come from that community, it needs to be taught. It needs to be taught to all people, especially Caucasian people, need to understand what the African American community has been through and have contributed to. So I look at, hold on, my wife gave me something too. I can't forget this. I won't be able to go home. Yeah, I'm just joking, baby. Now the thing of it is like with the Starbucks thing, it's only one humanity. We need to get past all of that. It's one world, one people. We all live on the earth. Does everybody in here live on the earth? That's good. Well, the thing that I've come up with, my barber always tells me, he said, well, the earth, it lives in space. We live on the earth, but the earth lives in space. So let's educate the young people. Let's let them know that they are loved by educating them. When you look at the condition in our communities, I know that the music makes life much better, because me and Huff used to have so much fun with the world, just madness going on. But Huff and I, we'd be dancing and singing and having a ball, falling on the floor, laughing, because music makes the world go around. So I hope I didn't bore you with these things, but I wanted to tell you, because you're the advertisers. What are you advertising? Are you going to start to advertise something that brings joy to people? You can do it. Advertising is big, big business. And I think that Philadelphia needs to be the place to start a whole new revolution to bring peace and love and respect, because that's what's missing in this country. I want to thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, Kenny, let me give you this. All right, that was awesome. And I know a bunch of you are right now Googling Gamble and Huff and looking at those songs. I'm telling you, reintroduce yourself to that music. You will love it. I don't want to, there's WMGK, I think, has a HD channel. Number 2, they play a lot of their music. So sorry about that. It's an advertisement for some radio station. Piss somebody off? Nah. Okay. All right, next. So our final honorees today are 2 gentlemen that I've known for a long time, and I'm really proud to speak about them today, Ray Mayo and John Seitz. These 2 are managing directors of the aptly named MayoSeitz Media. Let me tell you first about Ray. Ray is one of the co-founders of MayoSeitz, obviously, oversees the media planning function of the agency, and is directly involved in the management of the agency's accounts. Prior to founding the agency in 1997, Ray was media director at two of the Mid-Atlantic's largest advertising agencies, Earl Palmer Brown in Philadelphia and GKV in Baltimore. He was responsible for over $100 million of media at each agency and was recognized as a leader. Ray is a member of the American Association of Advertising Agencies Mid-Sized Media Directors Committee. They need to work on that title. That is a lot. Ray was recognized as one of the key business and civic leaders under the age of 40 by the Philadelphia Business Journal in its annual 40 Under 40 listing in 2002. He's a mountaineer, a graduate of West Virginia University. Do you have a musket today, Ray? No? Ray currently serves on the board of the YMCA of Greater Philadelphia and the Philadelphia Council of the 4As. He has also previously served on the board of directors of the United Way of Southeastern Pennsylvania. And Ray, they didn't mention, but you were honored by the Boy Scouts as their media person, and he had to wear that interesting hat, and you did it well. Next is my old pal and current pal and a great guy, John Seitz, co-founder of MayoSeitz Media. John is a skilled media professional with both a planning and buying background. Prior to founding MayoSeitz, John was the advertising sales manager for Rainbow Sports Sales, one of the nation's largest sports sales organizations, where he managed ad sales for Prism and Sports Channel Philadelphia. In addition to his sales management background, early in his career, John was media director of Boyd Tammany Cross. I think that's where I first met him, and he also worked at Elkman Advertising. John serves on the board of Philadelphia Ad Club, marketing committee of the Settlement Music School, as well as the marketing committee of the United Way of Greater Philadelphia and Southern New Jersey. John also serves on the local TV and radio advisory committee of the American Association of Advertising Agencies. John is a graduate of the Annenberg School of the University of Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Mayo and John Seitz.
With the first pick in the NFL draft. I always wanted to say that. Wow, how cool is this? I'm not sure if we're worthy of Gamble and Huff and the Brownstein group, but I'd like to start off by saying thanks to the Ad Club for recognizing us with the Pinnacle Award. And in keeping with tradition and to maintain world order, I'll kick things off, and then John will be up here shortly. Since the award was announced, we've had outreach from so many people from our past and current business lives that we are thinking this must be a pretty big deal, and we are definitely appreciative. There are so many people to thank, and I will now attempt to thank every one of them. But let me start right at home and say it's an honor to accept this award on behalf of the super talented and hardworking people of MayoSeitz Media. Thank you. A team that we are proud of every single day and who deliver for our partners time and time again. And speaking of home, we'd also like to acknowledge our families for 21 years of unwavering support, including my wife, Jolynn, who is admittedly not a risk taker, but was behind us from day one, and my mom, Betty, both of who are here today. Also, thanks to my kids, Jordan, Alexis, and Olivia, and to John for a great partnership, friendship, and an always exciting ride over the past 2+ decades. Also, big congratulations to 2.0 winners, Jennifer and Liz. Congrats to you guys. And also to Marc and Bernie for an amazing 40+ year run. That's unfathomable. We've had a chance to work with Marc over the years with great success. And as two guys who can't sing or dance, don't play any instruments, and have absolutely no musical talent, we're probably the least likely people to ever share a stage with Gamble and Huff, but we are definitely honored to do just that. We'd also like to recognize previous winners that we have had a chance to get to know, work with, and call partners over the years, including Ed Teddemer, Jim Gallagher, Vince Giannini, Brian Tierney, Bruce Lev, and David Lane, and last but certainly not least, Meryl Levitz, a longtime MayoSeitz media client who has an amazing list of accomplishments in her time at Viz in Philly and is nearing a well-deserved retirement. I'd also like to acknowledge some members of our leadership team who are traveling for industry and client commitments and couldn't be here in person today. First is Mary Terrell, the hardest working, most focused person in media, and our Senior Vice President of Media Strategy. Mary is tireless in her commitment and is continually innovating our offering to position us for the future. Also, Adam Yancic, who recently returned to the agency and leads our analytics offering. And lastly, Andy Del Quadro, our Director of Digital Strategy, who understands the digital landscape in a scary way and how to push the right buttons at exactly the right time. And lastly, I'd like to thank Lonnie Strum, whom I've worked with for almost 30 years, for career guidance, focus, wisdom, and motivation. Lonnie promoted me to my first media director's job in the early 90s, so this is all his fault. And today, still has a relentless passion and energy for our industry. That's enough of the thank yous. Our story, in quickest possible form, is that both John and I resigned our jobs in early March 1997, after starting my agency career in Philly at Lewis, Gilman, and Kynette, known today as Tierney, and then later at Earl Palmer Brown. I had moved to an agency in Baltimore, Gray Kirk Van Sant, and was commuting back and forth to Philly. That's one of the things you'll do for your kids. At the same time, John was working for Prism and Sports Channel and their sales arm, Rainbow Advertising Sales, after spending time at Philly agencies, including Elkman and Boyd Tammany Cross. At launch, we had 2 clients, one of whom, as a total surprise to us, is here today, Dana Sayowitz, now with Temple University. Two clients, 3 kids under the age of 4, and luxury office space, which we referred to as Suite 100, in John's family room. So if we wanted to feed our families and pay our bills, and we definitely did, failure was not an option. So our biggest motivator was definitely fear, and that was indeed powerful. Our approach and philosophy was to provide the highest level of strategic thinking and combine that with a focus on business outcomes. We took a where marketing meets media approach, and that seemed to resonate with clients. We wanted to help larger companies grow and be an advocate for the underdog as well. We had passion, energy, and a talented core team, as we were actually lucky enough to hire the best people we'd ever worked with in the industry and bring them onto our own staff. It was a team that thrived in the upstart role, and it would absolutely not be outworked. So fortunately, business was strong almost right away, and some of our earliest clients are still partners today. Our timing was maybe better than we had realized. A chance meeting with a former co-worker at the Baltimore train station led to a large national account. Agencies reached out for help as well with clients and new business. We also had our share of .com clients and incubator companies, one of whom, when funding was running out, eventually asked if they could pay us in ice cream. And though it was tempting, we declined. Then in 2000, we moved from Ballackinwood to Bluebell, where we are today, and we've grown in size and scope. And in 2017, we managed media campaigns throughout the US and in more than 20 countries, and a MayoSeitz media ad is heard every 15 minutes, not quite as often as Gamble and Huff, somewhere in this world.
So I spent all this time preparing this speech, and of course now I want to change it all. So Gamble and Huff, I'd like to call you guys Huff and Gamble because we're now Seitz Mayo Media. And this is pretty weird, but thanks, Ray. And I'd like to start by echoing Ray's thanks and appreciation to our amazing staff. You guys make us proud, and we appreciate what you do every day, and without you, we'd probably still be in our family room trying to figure this out. Ray mentioned some of our management team who can't be here today, and I'd like to thank the rest of our management team who are here. Jessica Rosenthal, our longest tenured employee of over 17 years. And think about that, 17 years working with me. And Cami Ehrlichman, who's been paying a lot of your invoices for the past 12 years. And Lisa Volpe, our HR director, who's the most recent addition to our management team. Thanks to all of you for all of your help, time, dedication towards making MayoSeitz a success. I'd also like to thank my family. Shari, thanks for your unwavering support along the way. And as you know, thanks for having TAP scan and a really good health plan when we started. And thanks to my kids, Emily and Andrew, who have always been our biggest supporters and our biggest fans. Hate being short. Special thanks to Lonnie Strum also. For the past 21 years, Lonnie has been a trusted advisor, mentor, supporter, confidant, and sometimes pain in the ass. But despite Lonnie's annoying and overbearing love for the Yankees, most importantly, he's been a great friend, and thank you. Last, but definitely not least, Ray and I, it's easy to thank people, but we wouldn't be here today without two very special women who even gave themselves a little nickname. They call themselves the Founding Mothers. We just call them Mom, Betty Calabrese and Selma Seitz. This is really hard to do, and everyone else's notes are up here. So we've been asked to talk about some of what we've learned along the way over the past 21 years that's brought us here today. And first, and probably most importantly, never ever accept the status quo. Our business and every business is in a constant state of change and more rapidly than ever. It means that our clients' businesses are changing, consumers and their habits, consumption habits are changing, their media habits are changing, media is changing, and it's going to continue. So accept it, embrace it, and don't think for 1 second that even minor and subtle changes won't affect you and your clients. Be open to change, embrace new technologies, alternate solutions, new measurement standards, and so on. And we've had somewhat of a mantra at MayoSeitz Media for 15 plus years that says change is our friend, which has basically just become a constant reminder to us to never be complacent, never deliver the same plan or solution twice. So question the status quo, always think twice, always be thorough and diligent, and most importantly, don't be afraid to experiment with things out of your comfort zone. We've also learned along the way how important trust is. Earning the trust of your clients, employees, vendors, and partners is paramount. As we're all somewhat painfully aware, our industry doesn't always earn the highest marks and rankings in terms of the most trusted professions. It's usually kind of near the bottom, but the good news is we're ahead of politicians. So, some say we've earned that reputation over the years with the huckster stereotype and the current and increasing focus on transparency these days. We know our industry is better than that. We know that we're better than that. We strive to be better than that, and we've learned that we have to work hard every day to overcome that stigma and to continue to thrive. And one of our core values at MayoSeitz Media is integrity, and inside of integrity lives trust. And when you earn the trust of a client, vendor, or coworker, you create the foundation for a successful partnership. And how many times have we all heard the expression, well, we're in the business of partnerships? And we are. We're in the business of relationships and partnerships, and we've learned that the ones that are strongest are most deeply rooted in trust, honesty, and integrity, and they'll always be a foundation for success of our agency, and I'm sure all of your businesses as well. Next, we've learned that corporate culture can't be underestimated, and it can't be faked, especially with the dastardly M word of those millennials. But we've learned that having a positive work culture doesn't just happen. It takes thought, time, open-mindedness, and a little trial and error, and snacks, and coffee, and gym memberships, and flexible hours, standing desks, bring your dog to work day, school spirit day, Phillies opening day, and even 420 day. Well, it's definitely an ongoing process, But what we have learned, it is essential to maintaining an environment where your employees are happy, fulfilled, and ultimately more productive. Lastly, we've learned that it's okay to be a little lucky, too. Lucky with the random meeting that Ray referred to in a Baltimore train station that morphed into one of our largest accounts. It was okay to be lucky when we lost a local pitch, which kind of sucked. It was in a particular vertical industry. It only enabled us less than a year later to pitch a national account in the same category, which we won, and to this day, after I think 9 or 10 years, is still a great client and a great partner. Maybe we're luckiest of all to have everyone here today to work with, to partner with, even compete with, and to be able to do so here in our hometowns of Philadelphia. So I've got 2 final thanks. First to Alan, Bernie, Lindsay, wherever you are, the board, the super board, and everyone involved with the Ad Club for this honor. The well wishes and reach outs from so many people have been humbling, touching, nothing short of amazing. So thank you. And lastly, thanks to Ray for being a great partner and friend along this crazy ride. And now pay attention, because you're about to see something that's never happened before and likely won't happen again.
But we're not done. So one last thing. Every year we throw a big party, which we call Cinco de MayoSeitz. No. Yep. This year's party is on May 10th. We have it the Thursday after the 5th. Quick show of hands in the audience. How many people have attended in the past? Wow. All right, I'm going to say that's more than half. So there's some people here who haven't attended, and we want to change that. For those of you who have not, we're inviting you to this year's party from 3 to 8 p.m. on 2 weeks from today, May 10th. And though we are the host, it's really a celebration of friends and partners in the ad community, so join us. And you might say to yourself, but I'm in sales, and I don't call on MayoSeitz.
Doesn't matter, you're invited.
Maybe you're thinking, I know some people who work at MayoSeitz, but I work at another agency.
That doesn't matter, you're invited. Marketing agency, you're invited. Production company, you're invited. Ad club staff, you're invited. Union league staff, you're invited. Media agencies, you're invited. Clients that don't yet work for MayoSeitz?
Definitely invited.
That's you. So if you do plan to attend, just let us know somehow, some way. We're serious through some form of electronic media. Facebook, call us, email us. It's important that we know so we have enough beer and food and margaritas. If you can't get out of work early, you're still invited. We'll go till 8 or 9 or later. And ready, there.
So we typically have a crowd of about 400 people, but what would be cooler than if it was 500? So join us and let's celebrate all that we do together and the tremendous collaboration in our community, and we thank you.
All right, we're almost finished there. I just wanted to mention the honorees that we were going to put your portraits up, but there's no room, so that's not going to happen. There's a lot of notes up here. Real quickly, we're going to draw a $2,500 raffle ticket. I'm going to do that real fast, so if you bear with me. Alan, how do you open this? All right, and if you want to donate this back to the Ad Club, to scholarships, your name will go on that scholarship. So if I've guilted you into that, that's a good thing. That would be Dave Williams. I don't know if Dave's here. Dave Williams? Anybody know Dave Williams? Should we just toss this and go to another name? No. Dave Williams has won 20. What's that? No? All right. Anyway, all right, so that's that deal with drawing. It would be nice if you guys would donate to the scholarships in any way you can. Great afternoon. Thank you all for coming. Thanks for supporting the Ad Club. Thanks to our honorees. Have a great day.